Like his music is probably unique. I just don't know it yet. I just don't know. Oh, hey YouTube. So, Street Fighter. I posted a video yesterday. I think no, I didn't. I didn't post that video. But yesterday's stream, we watched the Street Fighter teaser. That shit was gorgeous. I can't wait to see that shit. And we got new detail. New Rockstar. I said new detail. New Rockstar to give us a breakdown on new Street Fighter video. So
welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Jessica Clemens, and last week at the Game Awards, they revealed the first trailer for next year's Street Fighter movie.
yeah.
This trailer is insane. It looks very fun, it looks very ridiculous, and my god, the amount of cameos. This Street Fighter movie is being directed by Kitai Sakurai, who directed a couple episodes of Twisted Metal and a lot of episodes of the Eric Andre show. So yeah, this trailer is exactly what I expect. We wanted to venture into this teaser trailer here on New Rockstar scene as we're prepping for another video game adaptation, Fallout. Might as well venture into this even more crazier one. So let's look at this trailer scene by scene and break it down for all the details you might have missed. But first, we're having a huge sale at nerdriot.shop right now, so head on over to the site, check out this week's big deals, and grab your favorite kind of merch. Buying our shirt from Nerdriot is the best way to support the channel. Just head to nerdriot.shop to pick one for yourself. This is mine. This is our horror one. It's for the witching hour, but it's also for anything. Go get it. All right, let's break it down. Street Fighter's story follows different martial artists from around the world competing in the World Warrior Tournament, where fighters face off against each other. The tournament is run by M. Bison, who runs Shadowloo, an international crime organization. According to the movie's official plot synopsis per Deadline via People magazine, Ryu and Ken Masters are estranged street fighters who are thrown back into combat when the mysterious Chun-Li recruits them for the next World Warrior Tournament, a brutal clash of fist, fate, and fury. The friends turned fighters learn of a deadly conspiracy lurking in the shadows of the competition, which forces them to face off against each other and other demons of their past. The synopsis continues, and if they don't, it's game over. This technically is the third live-action feature film based on Street Fighter. The first Street Fighter movie, released in 1994, wasn't great, and Street Fighter The Legend of Chun-Li, released in 2009, was even worse. So there's nowhere but up from here, in my opinion. When it comes to video game adaptations, many have found success at the box office, like the Minecraft movie and the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Others have been pleasant surprises, such as Twisted Metal. At the same time, some have earned critical acclaim, like The Last of Us and Fallout. There's truly no better time to release a new Street Fighter movie than right now, and as they say, third time's a charm. We open the trailer with Ryu. Ryu is played by Andrew Koji from Warrior and Bullet Train. He's wearing his red gloves and white outfit and black belt, pretty standard from his iconic outfit in the games. The studio released individual character posters not long after the trailer dropped, along with the cast names. In total, there's 17 character posters that were shared, and we'll see each one in this trailer. Each one but Blanca. Cannot find him in the trailer. Don't know why he's not in the trailer. The trailer also begins with this kick-ass song, Punk Tactics. It's very Beastie Boys, very 1990, seeing as the movie takes place in 93, it fits. Then we meet Ken, played by Noah Centineo from All the Boys I Loved Before and Black Adam. He's wearing a ponytail look like in Street Fighter V. This is where we start seeing the different stages, almost like a video game, with the fights Ken versus Ryu in the back alley in the rain, Ryu during what looks like a prison riot or a breakout, Chun-Li versus Vega and Julie at M. Bison's office, then outside in front of the helicopter. All of these are going to be different stages in the tournament, in my opinion. Speaking of which, the trailer then cuts to Chun-Li's Colina Lee.
Chun-Li looks fire, bro. I thought they was gonna fuck up on Chun-Li because everybody thirsts over Chun-Li, but nah, Chun-Li looks low-key fire, and I'm so excited. And you see how everyone do their little moves and shit, like the superpower, like, sure you can. That shit gonna be so gas. Not gonna lie.
From Bad Genius. As you can see, Chun-Li's outfit is a bit different. There are a bunch of different Street Fighter outfits, especially after Street Fighter 6 dropped. However, Chun-Li's outfit is pretty identical to her iconic look from Bad Genius. As you can see, Chun-Li's outfit is a bit different. There are a bunch of different Street Fighter outfits, especially after Street Fighter 6 dropped. However, Chun-Li's outfit is
one more time.
Chun-Li's Colina Liang from Bad Genius. As you can see, Chun-Li's outfit is a bit different. There are a bunch of different Street Fighter outfits, especially after Street Fighter 6 dropped. However, Chun-Li's outfit is pretty identical to her iconic look aside from the rhinestone detailing. We then move on to Zangief, played by Olivier Richards, aka the Dutch
I love that
Giant.
scene. That
Zangief
scene's
is a
so...
Russian professional wrestler in the games. He's also called the Red
Oh my
Cyclone.
gosh.
He's known to wrestle bears for training, so this man is literally kind of a maniac. So pulling a tractor with men on it is really light work for this guy, and these are just part of his crazy training techniques. He also had a really great appearance in Wreck-It Ralph.
I'm Zangief, I'm bad guy.
Yeah, hi, Zangief.
Next appearance is 50 Cent as Balrog. In the game,
Crazy.
he's a professional boxer, and Capcom basically created him to be Mike Tyson, basically inspired by Mike Tyson. In the Japanese games, his name actually isn't Balrog, it's actually M. Bison, but it sounded too close to Mike Tyson. And M. Bison's Japanese name is actually Vega, and his Japanese name is Balrog, so they swapped all three for the Western audiences. Dhalsim is next, and he's played by Vijit
I like that.
Jamwal. The location
That's
they're
so
in is
fire.
later revealed to be one of what I assume will be mini stages in the World Warrior Tournament. You can see it on the banner behind them later. Then we have E Honda, played by Hiroki Goto. Hiroki is actually a professional Japanese wrestler. He signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling. E Honda is a sumo wrestler in the games. The E actually stands for Edmund in E Honda. Buying gifts for kids is easy. Buying gifts for adults is hard.
W-A-D.
The 30-day money-back guarantee, there's no risk. That's trymiracle.com/newrockstars. Code NEWROCKSTARS at checkout. Thanks to Miracle Made for sponsoring this episode. Then we meet Cammy, played by Mel Jarnson. And fun fact, Mel was Natara in the first Mortal Kombat movie. My girl,
What?
all over the place, and I like it. She's in her doll's look.
I didn't even realize that. How you gonna just switch to the other
Then we
team?
meet Cammy, played by Mel Jarnson.
No. Cause it's didn't Natara die in the first Mortal Kombat movie?
And fun fact, Mel was
believe so.
Natara in the first Mortal Kombat movie.
I believe
my
so.
girl, all over the place, and I like it. She's in her doll's look as a former agent of Shadowloo, and this specific outfit debuted in Street Fighter Alpha. She's in this instead of the iconic red beret and camo that we're used to seeing, that we're seeing from the other characters in the background of this shot. In the game, after being an agent of Shadowloo, she's an agent of British MI6. So this is interesting to see her in this outfit for this movie. Then we see the American Nightmare, aka Cody Rhodes, as Gaia.
Yeah!
Well, just the hair for now. We'll see the rest of him later. He's in the US military in the games, and in the games, he went to the tournament to take down Shadowloo. In the 1994 movie, his character is played by Jean-Claude Van Damme, and let
What?
me tell you, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. I'm sorry. It wasn't
Johnny
great. It wasn't great.
Cage?
Then we see Ryu fighting, but this pose that we're seeing him do is actually from the intro of Super Street Fighter 2. Then we see our man, and I love to see him so much, David Dastmalchian
Oh, yeah.
as M. Bison.
That-
M. Bison
that
is
looks so cool, I
iconically
ain't gonna
big
lie.
as hell, but this one is playing kind of like Raul Julia's depiction. It's more menacing, and honestly, Raul Julia was the best part of the 1994 movie, so...
She talking. I ain't gonna lie, she talking. But for real though, that Street Fighter movie is gonna break so many barriers. That's why I'm so scared about fucking Mortal Kombat. Like I can't even think of the damn name of the movie right now. Like fuck. Damn. That shit really crazy to me how Mortal Kombat has had so many movies and TV shows, but they can't get it down packed to one damn good movie. I mean, Mortal Kombat 1 was good. It was okay because I'm a Mortal Kombat fan, so it makes sense for me to like it and shit like that. So I can't even blame the people that like really hated it. But I know that Street Fighter is gonna take it to that next level. You know? Take it where I don't even know. I can't even explain, bro. I just can't wait for this movie. I just hope I'm praying to God it don't be horrible, man. Like cringy, corny, stuff like that.
Then we see Ryu fighting, but this pose that we're seeing him do is actually from the intro of Super Street Fighter 2. Then we see our man, and I love to see him so much, David Dastmalchian as M. Bison. M. Bison is iconically big as hell, but this one is playing kind of like Raul Julia's depiction. It's more menacing, and honestly, Raul Julia was the best part of the 1994 movie, so...
The day Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Then we see Andrew
Whoa.
Schultz, Dan Hibiki, doing his stupid fighting stance that we've also seen in the games. Behind the scenes, Dan Hibiki was created as a parody of Ryo Sakazaki and Robert Garcia, the two lead characters of SNK's Art of Fighting series. Capcom saw Ryo as a ripoff of Street Fighter's characters Ryu and Ken. We're then introduced to Reina Vallandingham as Julie. Her outfit keeps the core elements of the in-game character's iconic outfit. This look is definitely a nicer modern take on the Shadaloo doll military style uniform from the games, or at least that I think so, because I think she's wearing a long skirt now. So essentially, the Shadaloo dolls, or the Dolls Project, are clone assassins created by M. Bison. Julie was created from Cammy in the games, and Cammy is a clone of M. Bison, and some of this is explained in the games, but also in the comics. She's fighting Chun-Li in that red outfit that we'll see later in the trailer too, in front of the helicopter. In M. Bison's office area, behind him, you can see a portrait of himself. He's much larger here in the portrait, like his game's depiction. In the 1994 movie, there was also a giant picture of M. Bison, but he's riding a horse, which was also his victory scene in Street Fighter 6 and his battle intro. Then we see Vega, played by Orville Peck, who 100% is cast because the singer refuses to remove his mask. Vega is a Spanish cage fighter in the game, and he's so vain that he refuses to take off his mask because he doesn't want to hurt his face in a fight. Vega iconically is a very, very sexy person, usually with the shirt off or just ripped, and there are two reasons why I suspect his character poster doesn't reflect him in the movie. One, Orville Peck is fine as hell, and I think they'll just rip off his shirt mid-movie and you'll get the purple bottom Vega. I also think that we do see him shirtless behind Julie in the last scene. You can see him holding his mask. The studio also released this photo of Vega in the exact location, shirtless, so he'll be shirtless throughout the movie, I'm sure, or just exposing his chest. Like his character, I'm not asking for Orville Peck to take off his shirt. Then we see Guile rush Vega using his flash kick, and then we're back in M. Bison's office. We see him in the distance walking away while Chun-Li faces off with Julie and Vega. Chun-Li does her spinning bird kick to take them out. Then we get a better look at Ken. He's facing off with Ryu, per usual. We quickly and briefly cut to see Party Ken with his choker, and he's screaming. So essentially, Ken serves as a contrast to Ryu. Where Ryu is stoic and disciplined, Ken is flashy and arrogant. In earlier points of the Street Fighter timeline, Ken is portrayed as a cocky playboy. In the latest Street Fighter, however, he's seen as a construction worker trying to rebuild his family, showing how his character has taken a turn for the better.
I like that costume.
And at the end of the trailer, we're gonna see this Ken fighting in a boxing arena, which of course we'll get to when we see it. Then we see Ryu again, and this might be E. Honda's bathhouse stage from Street Fighter 2. We'll see the two fighting again later. We then see the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns, aka Akuma. His eyes are glowing red, and it's a bit of a long story, but essentially the Satsui no Hado, which translates to surge of murder.
Ain't gonna lie, I was trying to FaceTime him, but okay. Yeah, I'll call after. I'll call after this video. But bro, when I found out this shit, oh my gosh, Roman Reigns.
We then see the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns, aka Akuma. His eyes are glowing red, and it's a bit of a long story, but essentially the Satsui no Hado, which translates to surge of murderous intent,
I didn't even
is a dark
think of
power
that
that
shit.
Akuma has, and that Ryu also has and is constantly struggling against. That's why he's so stoic. That's why he's so calm. Immediately, this cuts to Balrog punching a man in the nuts, and Balrog is a dirty fighter. One of his ultra combos from Street Fighter 4 has him headbutting his opponent while stepping on their foot to punch them full force. He's been a dirty fighter ever since ever. Then we cut to Chun-Li choking out Julie, pinning her against the wall with her strong ass legs. Then we meet Joe, played by Alexander Volkanovski, an Australian mixed martial artist. And I'll say, everyone in this movie has some background in hand-to-hand combat. This guy, Julie's actress, same with Vijit Jamwal, they're all hand-to-hand combat people, except for probably Andrew Schultz.
Am I playing GTA?
Interestingly, Joe only appears in the very first Street Fighter arcade game known as the Superstar, that is allegedly modeled after Ben Urquidez, aka Vijit, one of the first Western fighters to gain major popularity in Japan during the 1970s. Joe's signature move mirrors Benny's iconic spinning back kick, which he performs in the game. We then see Zangief doing his in-game spinning suplex on Dan Hibiki. Then we see Eric Andre's character, Don Savage.
I knew that was Eric
I truly
Andre.
don't really know.
I knew that was Eric Andre. I thought I was tripping for a sec. I was like, what the fuck is he doing in this movie?
Jet, one of the first Western fighters to gain major popularity in Japan during the 1970s. Joe's signature move mirrors Benny's iconic spinning back kick, which he performs in the game. We then see Zangief doing his in-game spinning suplex on Dan Hibiki. Then we see Eric Andre's character, Don Savage. The character, I truly don't really know. He was a former Rockstar turned Zangief's announcer in Street Fighter 5 story mode, though. We then see who I believe is Chun-Li with nunchuck silhouetted. Then Then we see Ryu flipping this man and he's doing his in-game throw. He throws him to Ken, which is unique to the games, but still very badass. Then we get the iconic Street Fighter design. But you can't not get a Street Fighter trailer without Chun-Li's thighs and beating
not
her
her,
ass.
not
This
her,
transitions
but
into
the fucking the title card. Not her, the title card.
story mode though. We then see who I believe is Chun-Li with nunchuck silhouetted. Then we see Ryu flipping this man and he's doing his in-game throw. He throws him to Ken, which is unique to the games, but still very badass. Then we get the iconic Street Fighter design. But you can't not get a Street Fighter trailer without Chun-Li's thighs and beating more ass. This transitions into Ryu kicking the hell out of people. And now we see Party Ken again fighting in a boxing ring. This, I think, may be El Fuerte. He has stars on his costume and a black little ponytail peeking from the luchador mask. However, El Fuerte doesn't really look like this.
I was about to say, this nigga big as hell.
And fighting in a boxing ring.
This,
I think, may be El Fuerte. He has stars on his costume and a black little ponytail peeking from the luchador mask. However, El Fuerte doesn't really look like this. It could also be Rufus from Street Fighter 4. Rufus is a one-sided rival to Ken. So essentially, for that story, in-game Rufus believes he's the greatest American martial artist, and he faced Ken in the American martial arts tournament and was beaten pretty badly. And so, it's probably El Fuerte though, because just from the looks alone, just a bigger El Fuerte. It ends with the in-game bonus stage beating this car, and in the background you can see the very Street Fighter 2 counter. And a fun little detail here, the license plate is even the same number as the car in Street Fighter 2. Then we hear the fight, and you win from the older games. You'll probably hear the perfect as well. And that's it for the Street Fighter teaser trailer. What I love about this movie's campy vibe is how it leans into the gaming mechanics, like the quick zoom on Ryu in the bathhouse. Give me more ridiculous angles, over-the-top egotistical characters. One of the best parts of Street Fighter has always been the variety of characters and their distinct fighting styles, and that absolutely should be front and center in this movie. Especially with a cast of all funny people, like these funny people. This doesn't need to be taken too seriously. Just have fun with it. Street Fighter drops October 16th, 2026. You can play the latest game, Street Fighter 6, everywhere and anywhere. And when you're bored,
should we play that?
Watch the 1994 one. It's still not a good movie. Comment down below your thoughts on the teaser trailer. Did you like it? Who are you excited to see? Because I want to see Cammy. I love Cammy. And a special thanks to one of our YouTube members, Bro, for supporting us at the executive producer level. Follow me at Lulu Clemens and subscribe to all the channels in the new Rockstars network for breakdowns and news coverage of everything you love. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. You win.
W video. W fucking video. W video, man. W video. W streamer. WU, nigga. The fuck? WU for being here, supporting me. I mean, if you really want to support, I mean, you could drop a sub. You could drop a sub if you want to. Like, you could drop Mo. Mo what? Alright. Next.